After 6 years living in Montreal, I had to say goodbye to my life in the city. It was not something that was supposed to happen or something that was planned. It just happened that my girlfriend and I, we bought a house together. So let me catch you up with a bit of a backstory. Both my girlfriend and I, we were born and raised in a city called Sherbrooke. That's actually where we met back in high school. But after finishing my degree, I felt this need to experience something different. I wanted to know what it was like living in a bigger city. So back in 2020, we moved in our apartment in Montreal. And for the next 6 years, that place became home. I really like the pace of the city, the food, the energy, the festival during the summer. I genuinely had an amazing time there. But deep down, it always felt like that lifestyle belonged more to a certain chapter of my life. It was exciting in my 20s, but I never really saw myself staying there forever. And I think both my girlfriend and I knew that eventually we found our way back to our roots. We just didn't think it would happen that fast. And then we saw this house for sale. It is what we call here a maison canadienne with, a central staircase, dormers on the second floor, and there is just so much light everywhere. One of the main issues I had at our apartment in Montreal was how little natural light we had. And here it's like the total opposite. It feels like I've been living in a cave for a couple of years, and now I finally see the light. In each room there is like so many windows with the front of the house facing south. So there is just like so much light everywhere. I won't do a proper house tour right now since it feels a bit empty. Going from a one-bedroom apartment to a whole house, you kind of don't have that much stuff to fill all the room. So the house tour will be for later. But at least I wanted to show you this. Come downstairs, don't be shy. Watch your head if you're tall. So on your right, we have our bedroom, but on the left, this is what I wanted to show you. The office space. We actually call it the co-working space because both my girlfriend and I, we have our office there. And right now it's a bit of a mess, but we want to work on organizing it so that it doesn't look like a mess in the future. But I'm so happy to finally have my own space for work stuff, building my YouTube channel, and not have this in the living room. It feels so good. So getting this new office space set up is all about optimizing my workflow. And to do that, I'm integrating the best tools right from the start. And that's where today's sponsor, Opera Neon, comes in. Neon is an experiment in what an AI-first browser can look like, one that helps you work better right now. The first feature I use the most is the built-in chat, which is key because it gives me access to multiple models like GPT 5.2, Gemini 3, and Claude Opus 4.7. This means I can switch the underlying AI all without leaving the browser. For the new office, I use Neon's deep research agent a lot. Since setting up a reliable, high-speed and secure network for the whole house is something I never did, I use the agent to quickly understand the differences between VLANs, Wi-Fi standards like Wi-Fi 6E and Wi-Fi 7. Instead of spending hours clicking through technical white papers, Deep Research run a multi-agent parallel investigation to quickly synthesize complex data from multiple sources into a clear, well-sourced report. It helped me make the right decision for my home networking setup. I also use cards, which act as a personalized shortcuts for thinking, drastically reducing setup time for things like drafting sponsor emails or planning my weekly schedule. Finally, the Discord community is fantastic. It's a place where I can swap ideas with other power users, get early access to updates, and even influence how the product evolves by chatting directly with Neon's developer team. If you want to try a browser designed to support real workflows, Opera Neon is available as a subscription at $20 per month. This includes access to multiple AI models inside one browser. You can find the link to subscribe in my description and pinned comment below. And now, back to the video. Having this new office space is really so refreshing. I can't wait to just create some new videos here, testing new angle, telling new story. But yeah, it feels really great to finally have an office where, at the end of the day, I can just close the door and leave work behind and not think about it. I'm really happy about this. And other thing I wanted to show you is that here we have a backyard. And now I have to cut the grass, so this really makes me feel like a homeowner now. The grass is a bit too long, so it's rushing a lot. So yeah, I guess this video is more of an update of what's been happening behind the scene lately. I really slowed down the production of videos in the past few months because I was busy with the process of buying this house and other life stuff. But now that I have finally moved in, I am really excited to start this new chapter and hopefully have more time to do videos again. I have so many ideas of projects I could do in this house. Like just recently, I've been diving a bit into networking stuff to connect my office with my NAS downstairs. This is 10 gigabit network. Then I've been setting up multiple VLANs for IoT devices, guest network, and it's really overkill for a house setup, but I just love this stuff and I've been learning so much, so I'm thinking those kind of projects could really do some cool videos. I feel like chapter 1 on this channel was more about layoffs, finding a job, a bit of a depressing phase. But chapter 2 will be more about growing and learning and building DIY stuff. So hopefully you guys will be into this also. Spring is here, let's prepare for a memorable summer. Alright guys, that's it for today's video. I'm happy to be back and I'll see you soon. Peace!